Hey yo, it's DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected. Keep calm, I feed these streets. Mr. I Am Buffalo. Got a special guest in the building tonight. What's good?
What's good, baby?
Cool and cool. Let them know who you are.
Hey, it's your boy Trigg from Niagara Falls, New York. We in the building, baby.
Definitely. Shout out to the whole Niagara Falls. About time finally got a chance for him to come up. We could chop it up and all that. Let's start with the music. I know you got a lot of things going on, a lot of music stuff, a lot of other ventures and all that, but we're going to start with the music. As far as the name Trigg, how'd you get the name Trigg?
Trigg was a name passed down to me. Basically, started with my father, kind of got passed to my brother. Growing up, everybody called me Lil Trigg, but unfortunately, I grew up a little bit, so I got to get rid of the Lil.
Okay, cool. Let them know where you from.
I'm from Niagara Falls, New York. Born and raised, Dirty Waters. We in the building.
Definitely. As far as music, what got you started with music?
What got me started with music, man? It was just kind of always like it was always an outlet. You know what I'm saying? It was always something for me to do. Something I always wanted to make a priority, as well as make. I wanted that to be my main job. Growing up, I didn't want to do anything else. All I knew was music. Growing up, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. What are some of the artists, like as far as like at a young age, that kind of inspired you that you listened to?
I'd have to say growing up, man, I listened to a lot of Eminem growing up. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
I did, obviously, Eminem, man, he's very lyrical.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it has kind of changed a little bit. I kind of listen to more like Jeezy and, Moneybagg
cool.
Yo,
Yeah, I actually just got put on the Moneybagg Yo. He's
really? Yeah, man, I'm rocking with him, man. For real. Yes, sir.
Definitely. As far as music, do you have any like prior projects or anything like that? I'll give them kind of a background on any of the stuff that you have out.
Yeah. Man, I got a lot of stuff out, man, to be blunt and honest with you. I did a lot of stuff growing up. When I was roughly, I'd say 17, I was really making some noise music-wise. I was doing roughly around 3 shows a week.
Oh, damn.
I did release this project. It was called VIP the Mixtape.
Oh, okay.
I did decent numbers locally, so kind of
cool.
worked out for me, yeah. And then also I just did a mixtape called X-Con to Icon roughly last year. It was me and Nino Brown.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, me and Nino Brown, man. I think it did like 5 million downloads.
Oh, damn, definitely. And for y'all who just heard that, he's talking about the Nino Brown, the one that you see all over social media. Definitely a cool guy. I got a chance to kick it with him a couple days ago, thanks to you. But like that, definitely a cool guy.
Appreciate
definitely
it, man.
Somebody who's just genuine. I could tell just by the little conversation that we had. He's definitely a genuine person.
For sure, man.
As far as the project you had, the VIP mixtape, that was the first one that you put out?
That was like the first official mixtape that I put out, man. Roughly around that time, man, I was doing a lot of shows. Buffalo, I did a show with Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that was real big, man. He's a legend right there, baby.
Definitely. I love Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yep.
With that project, just like a little bit of the background, like who are some of the producers or features that you may have on there?
Eric OTB. He was one of the main producers on that project. A couple artists, a couple, local artists and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
No really big mainstream artists were on that project back then. Yeah.
And you said the producer's name is, what was the name again?
Eric OTB. Yeah,
he's
that's
from
my
Buffalo?
man. He's from Niagara Falls.
Oh, okay.
That's my man.
Cool.
Yes,
definitely.
sir.
Definitely. I like to see local artists that mess with local producers or local producers that mess with local artists.
Got to do it, man. I got him, man. I got another producer in Brooksville, Florida. You know what I'm saying? We do a lot of business, man. So yeah, just rocking with my people, man. Never switch up,
Okay, definitely. You said you're from Niagara Falls. Give them a little background, like some of the things that you went through, or like your childhood in Niagara Falls. How was that coming up?
Growing up, man. I mean, I'm sure you could check with some people in Niagara Falls, man. They'll tell you, growing up, man, I was constantly in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Just I didn't come up. My mom tried to give me everything she could. I grew up without my father around. But I was kind of in the streets. Caught a charge at a young age.
Okay.
And I kind of smartened up after that.
Yeah.
I said, forget the streets, man. I'm gonna make money. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I did. I was in the streets for real for a very long time, and kind of went legit. Ended up opening up a few businesses, few collection agencies, restaurant.
Okay.
Just kind of establish the plan B so I can focus on the plan A, which is this,
Definitely. And for anybody that's listening to this, anybody who's went through, like he said, he didn't grow up the best situation or like that, may have gotten in trouble and different things like that, but he turned to a negative into a positive. Now he has businesses and different things like that. So it is light at the end of the tunnel if you really just apply yourself or like that.
That's a fact.
A lot of times you could really just listen to somebody who actually really been through it like him. You don't have to go through that stuff to make yourself want to change. You can see that from his example, whatever like that. Like,
trust me, man. You don't want to go through the things we went through, man. I mean, it's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of friends will switch up on you. A lot of people change. You know, it's just, you know, just get to the money, secure the bag, man. Secure the bag. That's it.
Definitely. And still keeping it with the music, but just to kind of elaborate more as far as like with the business like that. What was the first business that you opened up?
You know, like I said, I was really in the streets for a while, but then I kind of legit said I'm done with that. You know, I had a daughter. She's 2 years old now.
Oh, sweet.
You know, I opened up a collection agency when I was 19, I believe.
Oh, wow.
19. Before I knew it, man, I had about, you know, I had a lot of them. You know, I had a lot of them, and you know, man, now I'm kind of a little smaller with it, man. I just got a nice little agency.
Oh, okay.
You know, and recently just opened up the restaurant though.
Okay, let them know. I keep hearing about, like, for y'all that don't know, like Niagara Falls is like my second home, and every time I'm on Facebook, like, yo, where should I eat in the Niagara Falls, stuff like that. A couple names come up, but it's definitely the joint that you got. Let them know the name of that joint.
Cataract Grill, baby.
Okay,
yes, sir.
Where's that located?
2501 Pine Avenue.
Okay, cool.
Yes, sir. Little Italy right there, man.
what type of food and stuff that y'all have there?
We got all kinds of stuff, man. It's kind of like a pizzeria in a way. We got you know, pizzeria foods, but also we make a lot of homemade foods as well. Cool. You know, I would say pizza, wings, subs, soups, flatbreads, whatever you want, man. We got 57 flavors of wings as well.
I didn't know it was 57.
Yeah, we got 57 flavors of wings, man. We got like 100 hoagies. Yeah, bro.
Okay, cool. So I mean, he's the real deal. You got a lot going on with that. And just another question on that, like, do you actually cook there too, or do you have people that cook there?
Bro, I can't cook. I don't know how to cook a thing, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Now, you know what, man? I got a partner that I had. I gave him a partnership in the business to run the daily operations, man.
Okay.
You know, good guy. Worked for me for years over at my agency. He used to own a few restaurants back in the day.
Okay.
So one day, you know, he's really stayed down with me through some tough times. I decided to open up the restaurant. I said, hey, look, bro, I'll give you a partnership if you run the daily operations for me, and we did it, and it worked.
That's dope. Yep. That's another thing they can learn from this too. Like, just being like a I'm not gonna say a good employee, but just generally being a good person. So if that employee would have been one of them people who was you was ready to fire right there, but he stuck through it, you got a dope opportunity.
Stayed down, man, through some tough times. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I wanted to bless him with this opportunity. You know, as well as, you know, obviously I'm in it for the money, but I kind of did it off the strength to you know, return a favor. You know what I mean?
That's definitely dope. As far as getting back to the music, what's your end game with the music like that? Is it to get a record deal, or is it to stay more independent? Like what route are you trying to go with it?
You know, to be blunt and honest, I learned a very long time ago, you know, that me personally, I didn't want to work for nobody. You know what I'm saying? I want to work for myself. I also learned that, you know, nobody's going to give you nothing, and if they do, they're going to expect something in return. You know, so with that being said, don't get me wrong, you know, if the right deal, the right situation came around, great, you know, but until then, man, I'm just trying to stick independent, do the same things that these other mainstream artists are doing, you know, just trying to use the knowledge and stuff that I've learned from individuals like Nino Brown, for instance, who's kind of, you know, mentored me and you know, assisted me any way he could. You know, I got a lot of good relationships with a lot of good people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, that's definitely dope. I like to hear people say they more go towards the independent route like that, because it's a lot more work. Yeah. But if it works and when it works, it's definitely a bigger reward. And like probably like maybe like 10 years ago or whatever like that, if somebody would have asked me, would you go independent or would you sign to a label like that, right at the back, I'm signing to a label. But in 2017, you don't technically need a radio. You don't technically need radio. You don't technically need any
social media, baby. That's it.
Social media, even for artists like I just forgot Chance the Rapper or whatever. Chance the Rapper is probably like one of the biggest independent artists like there is, probably like an all timer.
Sure,
like
man.
That. And you rarely hear him on the radio. You rarely hear that he signed into a label like that. He stuck through it, did it independent, and he probably got more money than all of them. He
probably got more money than all of them, man. Yeah, man. I'm just trying to, like, you know, like I think about it like, you know, I'd rather own my own label, you know, sign my own artist rather than be the artist signed to a label. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, that's the smarter move.
I think so too, man. Like I said, nobody's gonna give you nothing, and if they do, you know what I'm saying? And they're gonna respect something and expect something in return. You feel me?
And it's good. It's kind of like a blessing in disguise. Like you said, you went through a couple of trials and tribulations when you were younger. Went on a little wanted vacation, whatever like that.
Yeah.
But you learn some things, whatever like that, and you're able to apply it and do better now. So if you really look at it, if the mindset that you had back then, if you would have took off then, you probably would have been more prone to sign to a label or to take the quick money as opposed to going through what you went through and having that mindset of doing it yourself. So it kind of works out better in the long run. As far as like with the music, who are if right now you could pick, say, 2 artists to feature in a song, anybody, no matter what the budget was like that, who are the 2 artists you would put on the song? Please don't say Soulja Boy.
Nah. I can't mess with Soulja Boy, man. Even though he did have that hit back in the day, though. You know what I'm saying?
Had that hit.
Soulja Boy had me ride around with Draco, man. I ain't getting into that, man. But nah, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. I like I would do something with Jeezy again. You know what I'm saying? I would do something with Jeezy, and I would do something with I would say maybe like Gotti or something. You know, somebody like that. You know,
that'll definitely be dope.
I just relate to him. You know.
Yeah. Definitely dope, and those are two of my favorite artists too. And those are 2 artists who, like, I know a lot of times people think like New York artists don't rock with Southern artists like that, but those are artists who, when they came out, they kind of didn't have like a New York feel, but we could relate to them as opposed to like, even though like Outkast and all of them was great like that, but we really couldn't relate to what they was saying and what they was going through. But like Jeezy and artists like that was just that straight raw. You can kind of relate to what they saying. As far as like producers, if you can get a beat from any producer in the world, who would you do the song with?
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, my producers are fire, bro.
I like that.
I would. Listen, man. I feel like I got producers, man.
Definitely.
Don't get me wrong, though. I wouldn't turn away Zaytoven, though. You know what I'm saying? But hey, look, man. I mean, I'm cool right now, though. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's definitely good. So if you was basically able to start like to really get your own label, like say if you got like a distribution deal with a major and still was able to stay independent like that, you pretty much got your own producers, own artists.
Yeah, I got everything, bro. I even got I ain't gonna lie to you. I got probably like $100,000 invested in studio equipment, man. We got an official studio too, you know.
Damn, I might have to come check y'all joint.
Come see us, bro.
I probably got about $130 invested in my studio.
Yeah, man, we got a link, bro. We got a link.
Definitely, but that's definitely good. Like I said, like you got the right mindset. Like you got your own studio, got pretty much everything yourself. So I mean, it's definitely got to work out. Just keep grinding with it. As far as like even with the music, like what's the how I was saying, like with the end goal, whatever like that, is it just to do music? Do you want to branch out and do like fashion, movies, different stuff like that?
You know, to be honest, like I got my plan Bs kind of semi-established. You know, I want to be like an entrepreneur. I want to have multiple businesses.
Oh, okay.
But at the end of the day, I definitely want to branch into the fashion scene. You know, I like to stay up on that. You know what I'm saying? So I'd like to wear my own clothing, obviously, rather than spend $1,000 on these red bottoms. You know.
Definitely, fashion is one thing I'm actually.
Movies too, though. Movies too. I like to be in movies, man.
Yeah, movies to be dope. Fashion is one thing that I actually just like really started paying attention to. Like, I can't dress for nothing. I wear my whole closet is 90% red shirts and just jeans and like some Jordans and something like
you grinding, man. You working, bro.
But I see when you could pull all things together. Say like if you did do the fashion, you did the music, and did the movies and all that together is one bigger force. That's kind of how like Master P or even like Jay-Z. Jay-Z really wouldn't be who Jay-Z is just off of music.
Those are my idols, man, right there. You know what I'm saying?
So I tell a lot of artists that too. You got to branch out into other things. Even at like now, with you being at the stage you at now, with already having these things, you had an advantage than other people. A lot of people wait until they get millions and millions of dollars to invest in other stuff. So that's definitely good to
for sure, man. You just gotta really truly that's where the money comes from. You know, is you think about LeBron. You know, he got that Sprite deal. You know, he makes a lot of money off of that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, rap is my main focus. I want to make it. I want to own my own label. But you know, I want to get some side money too.
that side money is definitely always definitely a good thing. As far as like with the so you said you came from Niagara Falls or like that, and a lot of people that don't know where it's crazy because like a lot of people don't know like Buffalo. When you say Buffalo, New York, or Niagara Falls, New York, like a lot of times like when I went to school in Orlando, like my senior year or whatever like that, and this is like when 9/11 happened like that, and the teacher was asking me like, well, what did it look like? Was everything chaotic? I'm like, I'm from Buffalo. It's like, yeah, but was it panic like that? I'm like, I never got cable. Like you probably seen more than me. But like, so people that know Buffalo and Niagara Falls is like right near each other, but it's in upstate New York. It's not near New York City, but it's not a bunch of cows and farmland. It's like that.
Not at all,
it's
man.
hood just like everywhere else. We got crime, everything else, different like that. It's a tough place to come from. So even getting to the point where you had to own your own business or really just had a mindset to do things independent, it's almost close to impossible in this area, even to get to that point. So definitely salute to that.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro.
Anything else that they need to know about you or whatever there that you got going on?
Just we on the way. We got a lot of big things coming out right now. I got a single called On the Low.
Yeah. So
look out for that, Trigg On the Low. I got a major video I just shot down in Miami. That's going to be on World Star and within the next few weeks.
Okay.
As well as I'm going on tour here. I'm going to be going on tour within the next few weeks as well. I'll be gone for 3 weeks with Nino Brown. He invited me to come on his tour with him, be like the opening act. So yeah, it's going to be dope, man. I'm excited.
That's how you know you making major moves, when you get invited by Nino Brown to go on tour. Like, I'm from Buffalo, and I'm not gonna say I'm big here, but artists want to invite me to DJ a set on any local performances, and you going on tour.
I appreciate it, bro. hey, man, I'm gonna bring you with me, man. I promise you, bro.
Definitely, and that's pretty much what, like, just a little bit about me. Like, my whole thing is I always wanted to see, like, when I say I am Buffalo, whatever like that, a lot of people take it the wrong way of saying like, oh, you think you're the king of Buffalo or whatever else like that. Like, no, it's just that I'm everything good and bad about Buffalo, just everything all together. Like, I am Buffalo. We all should feel that way. Like, exactly. I had an opportunity a few years ago to do radio, and I'm not gonna say what station, that might work out in the future too, but
yeah.
a pretty major station down there, and I probably would be bigger than I am right now, but I just wanted to do something in Buffalo so bad, as far as like with local artists really getting us on the map, that I stayed here. And even though it's not as much money as it would have been there, it just feels good. I have more fun doing what I do here. I just love doing radio here, meeting artists like you. Like, this is what helps me keep going. So even when you hit me up, you was like, yo, I've been listening to you. I appreciate what you do. Just different like that. Like, that's more to me than any award or like that. Just people who listen to it and say, you know, I like what you're doing. Because a lot of times I risk my job doing just different stuff for the city with like that. But
I appreciate you, man. For real, bro.
Feels even better.
Yep. Good people like you are hard to find, man.
Definitely. And another thing that I can say too, a lot of times when I do these interviews, I like to do it for not so much, I mean, not just for people to listen in and just hear about what you got going on, but to actually get something good from it too. And one thing that I can say is even the way that you approach me with like that, like, you didn't just, a lot of people just, like earlier today, somebody just randomly just sent me a YouTube link to their video, like, without saying anything. They sent me a YouTube link. I don't know who this person, we ain't even friends. They sent me a friend request after the fact. I don't know who this person is. Not like they sent me a random YouTube link, but you at least, it was like a paragraph and a half like that, just introducing who you are, music, saying like you knew, you was familiar with who I was, and all like that.
Had to have my people reach out to you too, man.
Yeah, definitely had Nino Brown hit me directly,
just to let you know we official, baby.
Definitely, a couple other people. And I tell artists all the time. A lot of times it's really how you approach somebody like that. If you just randomly just sending somebody a link, or I had people just send me a song, and just but verbatim say, yo, play my shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they saying, like, yo, play my shit because it's good, or it's like, yo, play my shit, I'm threatening you. Like, I don't know what you. I'm definitely not. Like, I don't know what you mean by that. A lot of times it's the approach. You gotta just genuinely.
You just gotta work hard, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You can't listen. Like I said, nobody's gonna give you nothing. You gotta work for it, man. That's it.
Definitely. Just a kind of a off-topic question. So when you finally do blow up and you do independent and you're doing movies, and I'm saying when you finally do, because it's going to happen, you got to speak it into existence.
Appreciate it.
And you got that $30 million in the bank. What's going to be the first expensive thing? Like, I'm not saying like the smart thing, the thing that you're going to just waste money. What's the first little toy or whatever that you're going to buy?
Man, I'll buy my mom a house first. You know what I'm saying? But you know what, bro? I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'll probably save it.
But I said, say you got $20 million in savings, mom got a house, income coming in. It's your birthday. You want to just buy something just special for yourself specifically,
man.
Whether it's a watch,
I'll probably buy another Rolex, man.
Definitely. You know what I do if I just had $20 million right now? I would buy, what's it, 2017? I would buy like a 2018 Lamborghini and put regular doors on it and roll up windows, because it's gonna have a bigger effect than having just a regular Lamborghini. Because like, he spent $300,000 on this joint and he got manual locks, roll up windows, and all that. That's what I would do.
I'll probably take my team on a big vacation though too, man. We work hard, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Yep. And I know you said you've been to a couple different cities and like that too. Let them know you travel a little bit.
Yeah, I travel a lot. You know, I do a lot of promoting and a lot of music and stuff down south. You know, like in different DJs in the clubs. You know, all the strip clubs you go to in Miami, they play my music. You know what I'm saying? I be down there a lot. Like I said, I got a lot of people down there. Travel back and forth to Miami roughly, once or twice, every couple months.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, man, just really down south, man. Really Florida. I got a big focus on Florida, but Atlanta though.
Atlanta was crazy.
Yeah. Atlanta's nice.
Funny story about Atlanta. Like, I don't know whether it's just the South or maybe it's just like a Buffalo thing, but the people down there were like so friendly. Like, one day we went to a joint called what was it called, mansion in Atlanta, and it was like a club, and like the inside of it looked like a mansion, like the outside like that. So I was walking through the club, and it was a guy, like it was packed like person to person like that. I'm walking through, and I made a mistake and like stepped on his shoe. He had like some brand new Jordans, but this wasn't like a regular step on the tip. I'm talking about I didn't stepped on like his ankle footprint on his joint and all that. So when you in Buffalo, you know it's gonna be a fight, probably shoot or something like that. You know what he did? He looked at me.
He got Soldier Boy with the Drake over there.
He was like, no, you good, bro? You good? Then I'm like, you sure? Like, my bad, I didn't mean to do that. Then he's like, no, man, you good, man? Let me buy you a drink. I'm thinking he trying to line me up because I stepped on his sneak like that. He really like it. Genuinely was a mistake. He knew it was a mistake. He was like, he could tell that I was kind of nervous about it. He's like, let me buy you a drink. I didn't even know that type of time like that. So that's what I said about the South was just like totally. I just knew like once I stepped on his foot, I was like, this gonna end up on World Star. I know it's gonna end up on World Star.
It's a lot different than New York. I tell you that much. It's a lot slower paced and I mean not necessarily slower paced, but just Southern hospitality.
That's one thing I learned about the South too. Even like, cause like all my family is from Florida. It's like I would be walking down the street. My aunt stay in Broward County, so one day we was walking down the street and I'm walking with her, and some random person that was on the street was like, "Hey, good morning, how you doing?" And she spoke back to the person. I just looked straight and kept walking. So she smacked me in the back of the head. I was like, "Yo, you ain't hear that person talking to you?" She called my mom, "Your son is so rude." But she had to tell me, he from New York, he from Buffalo. Like we don't talk to strangers. If I don't know you, I don't care.
Hey, listen, you trying to dab us up. We don't know you. Hey, bro, we gonna look at you like, what the?
Definitely. So it's definitely like a culture style, but I love the South, the food and all that stuff.
Sure, man.
As far as the people that want to keep up with you, where can they follow you, like social media, anything like that?
Yeah, you can follow me on Facebook. My name's Benjamin Roy. If you want to add the personal page, Trigg, you can add that page as well. That's the music page. Instagram, Lil Trigg 716. Plan to change that to Trigg 716 though. Ain't Lil no more. But yeah, really, truly, that's it right now. I believe Snapchat too. Lil Trigg 716 as well.
Okay, cool.
Yes, sir. And then look out for that World Star video. That's on the way.
Definitely. Make sure y'all look out for that World Star joint. If y'all follow me on my social media at DJ Bandana Black, whatever you got going on, I'll be posting that and all that too. So if you follow him, follow me, you'll see it. And you were saying like you were switching from Little Trigg to Trigg because you're not.
Yeah, bro. We it's been in topic for a while. It's been in the topic of the conversation for a while. Basically, we just feel like, basically, bro, I kind of got fat, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of got a little out of shape, man. And everybody's like, hey, you ain't Lil Trigg no more, man. But no, I actually just dropped like 25 pounds in the past 2 months, man. I've been in the gym, hitting the gym heavy, man, trying to get ready for the tour. But nah, man, it's just growth. You know what I'm saying? Lil Trigg is I was a little younger and my mind state was different. Basically it's just growth.
And change is good. That's one thing that I had thought about a couple of years ago, switching my name from DJ Bandana Black to just like something different, because like, for example, like I get booked for like a lot of like high school proms and stuff like that, but I only get booked for the inner city ones. Whenever it's like a suburban one like that, they're like, oh, Bandana Black, gang related. And really I got the name Bandana Black off of, I was highly inspired by Dipset. So when Diplomats was heavy, like Central Park, we thought we was like Little Harlem. And like when people used to die, like my man Randy had died, so we used to like put him on a bandana. So I always wore the bandana. So people, they generally always call me Black because I'm like dark as hell. But then I started wearing a bandana. They was like, Bandana Black. I became a DJ and put the whole thing together. But it's like, I really would have thought, I wish I would have thought out like for the future a better name for it. I mean, it's kind of catchy and good now, but I really wish I would.
I went through a similar situation. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to get the wrong impression with the name Trigg. They instantly think guns, trigger. You know what I'm saying? And I just I'm not that person no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm about making money. You know what I'm saying? So.
All right, and before we wrap this up, just let them know one more time where they can find you on social media and all that.
My Facebook, I got a personal page. You can add that, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't too secretive with the personal page, Benjamin Roy, as well as the Facebook page, Lil Trigg, Instagram, Lil Trigg 716, Snapchat, Lil Trigg 716.
Okay, cool. There you have it. Trigg in the building with DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected. Keep calm out, feed these streets, and always remember, life is what you make it, so make it.
Yo, what it is, man, this great. Who raised you? This Nino Brown, a.k.a. Who Raised You, a.k.a. We the Business. And I'm rocking with my big homeboy, DJ Bandana, and my big dog, Lil Trigg. It's going down out there in the rough buff. Y'all pay attention. We the Business.